And now, Brandon Thick Boy Schaub.
Yes, sir. Monday morning. It is 8:30 a.m. 8:31 to be exact. Your boy's been up since 3. Listen, before I moved to Texas, everyone's like, oh, get ready for the summers. It's so hot. That didn't bother me at all. Nobody said get ready for the winters. That's the biggest difference from California to Texas. The winters are terrible here. It is freezing. I prefer the hot. I hate the cold. I did not sign up for this. There's no snow, though, so it could always be worse. So if you're on the East Coast, I apologize for my complaining of this cold weather. But this morning I went to the gym at 4 a.m. It was 30 degrees out. Did you? Well, you kind of born and raised in Texas, so you know it's fucking cold, chin.
But I like it though. Remember I told you I like it.
Oh God,
because you could always you could do this, bundle up.
I hate it. I fucking hate it. Hate it all. Yes, sir. Man, I was at Ways to Well on. I was there on Thursday. I usually go there at least once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. Just depends what's going on, how I'm feeling. And I'm getting my IV of all the goodies, the Jelly Roll special. And my boy Adam Greentree walks in. Now, if you know Adam, Adam is probably the best bow hunter on the planet Earth. Definitely top 5 Australian lad. Mm-hmm. And he's the man. And I go, I haven't seen him since you met him when we went to Australia. He came to the show in Melbourne or Brisbane. Damn. He came to one of the shows. He's backstage with us.
I probably didn't know who he was back then.
Yeah.
I know who he is now.
Yeah. So he was there, and then I was like, oh, man, you'll dig it. I started hunting, man. He's like, yeah, I figured it's only a matter of time for you to get into it, blah, blah, blah. And I go, yeah, check this out. I show him this deer, right? And he goes, oh, man, that's gay. I went, what? He goes, that's gay, mate. I go, how in the world is hunting? Out of all the things to call me gay for, there's a lot, but not hunting, dude. He goes, yeah, you used a gun, right? And I go, yeah, dude. I go, what the fuck? What do you think? I use a spear? He goes, bow and arrow, mate. Bow and arrow. He goes, guns are for gays. He goes, you know how in America, like gays drive electric cars? He goes, that's how we in the bow and arrow community look at guns. Like the way people hunt with guns, we view that the same way you view electric cars. I went, oh shit, I didn't know that. And I was like, yeah. I said, when I was a kid, these are facts. When I was a kid, my dad would take me not bow hunting, but to a range, and we'd shoot bows. So I had a bow as a kid. It was a camouflage one. Now, my family's not big hunters. The only reason I got into the bow is because of Rambo and like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Those were my heroes. You know how today's kids' heroes are like fucking Jake Paul, Mr. Beast, like, this different. We'll just leave it at that. Different. My generation's heroes were Sylvester Stallone, especially Rambo, Arnold Schwarzenegger, even older than that, Chuck Norris, like the guys, man. That was our shit. So I want to be like Rambo or Arnold Schwarzenegger. I wanted to shoot a bow and arrow. So my dad got me a cheap used bow and arrow. I remember it was all camouflage. Anyway, we go shoot it probably twice a month growing up, probably the age of 6 to probably 12, So I was a little familiar with it. But again, never hunted. And it's pretty close when you're at the range and you're a kid. So I would tell him that story, and he goes, oh, man, I'm telling you, if you like hunting, if you like shooting, I'm not that big into shooting. I had fun hunting, but I'm not that big into, after about 30 minutes shooting guns, I'm over it. He goes, I know. That's why you got to get him bow hunting, man, because you like me, like routine and all this, and it's all mechanical. And I'm like, all right, that sounds dope, man. He goes, what are you doing tomorrow? I said, tomorrow? Why? What's up? I could figure some stuff out. He goes, well, meet me at Archery Country. I'm like, what the hell's that? He's like, it's a bow shop, man. I go, all right. He goes, meet me there at 11:30. So that morning, that was Friday morning. So that morning, I met a guy at Facebook Marketplace, sold some wheels from one of my old trucks. Then I went straight there. In my head, I'm like, I'll be here maybe 30 minutes. Me and Adam would maybe shoot some bows, so give me some pointers, and I'll get out of there. Dude, I was there for 4 or 5 hours. Adam's like, dude, you need to shoot this and do this, do this, do this. I walked out there with a new bow, arrows, freaking giant thing to shoot into. And then he goes, this is the bow you want to use. And he goes, I'm going to have my boy Tank teach you the proper way to shoot this bow. Dude, I've been super fortunate. I've had some great coaches in sports. This dude Tank at Archery Country might be the freaking bow whisperer, dude. He goes, yeah, usually I can, on average, when I start working with somebody new, I can get them to shoot a bullseye within 50 arrows. I said, sick, man, let's do it. I'm down to start shooting. I got, through his coaching, I got the bullseye within 5 arrows. And then your boy was just lumping them together, dude, like a snipe. Bop, 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 bop. I was there I couldn't get enough of it. Went home. I got this thing to aim, to shoot, to practice on. I'm in the backyard now, freaking doing it nonstop.
Nice.
I love it, man. It's dope. I can only imagine what hunting's like. I'm sure it's a lot more fun than hunting with a gun, but it is so cool, man. It was so cool. And I was like, man, a bow and arrow's like strong enough to take out these big ass animals. And he goes, mate, he shoots a 80-pound bow. I think Rogan and Cam shoot 90 pounds. And he goes, 80's kind of all you need. He goes, also it depends on your reach, you know?
Yeah.
He was saying at 80 pounds, he was hunting water buffalo, like black buffalo in Australia. And I think Australia. They might have black buffalo, but either way, he's hunting somewhere with black buffalo. I'm sorry,
Water buffalo.
Water buffaloes.
Probably Asia, I think.
Yeah, water buffaloes. And he said they're smart, but the way their ribs are, if they turn, it creates like a protection of armor. So he's like, so you gotta be careful when you shoot, because you shoot there, it's not gonna go through the rib. He goes, I shot one. I had a draw. I let the arrow go. Again, this is 80 pounds. He goes and he hit him in the ass cheek. Like the hind leg went through his ass, out his mouth.
Oh, shit.
Straight through. I was like, what? Yeah, man. So your boy's shooting bow and arrows like Rambo.
That's cool.
It's cool. Have you ever shot a bow and arrow, Tim?
Yeah.
You like it?
I can't. So I did the recurve, which is like the old school. It's just like the one that just bends with.
Oh, wow. Like a Native American.
Yeah, for just like
wow.
target practice.
Yeah.
But then I tried the compound bow. I think because my friend does it, he loves it. And I tried the compound. I could not for the life of me. And then finally I was like,
How much was it, though?
I think 40 or 50.
Oh, wow. It's pretty light.
It was my first time ever trying it.
Yeah. It's pretty light, man. Yeah. I think mine set at like 65 or 70. Because he was like, you could, I could pull 90, but he was saying, he's like, what you don't want to do, you want to get used to like being smooth. Like it's not about like jerking it or starting down here and you got to jerk it up. He's like, because animals see this. They see up and down. They don't really see this. He's like, so you want to be where this is easy for you. Money every time. Money every time. Oh, it was fun.
It is addictive though. Even with the recurve, it's fun.
I told him, because we're at the range. I looked at Adam and said, oh boy.
Yep. It starts now.
Boy. This is going to be a problem. I got to be careful. I have an addictive personality. I got to be careful where I point it. But it's dope, man. Shout out to those guys, especially Big Tank. Oh my God, and Adam, such a good dude. Me and Adam are gonna go hunting, dude. He's coming back out here. He's in the States for a few months. He's like, mate, I'm gonna take you on your first bow hunt. I'm like, let's do it.
I wish you would film these things, man.
Come with us. Why not? Because how else am I gonna film it? And we'll put it on the Patreon.
Let's do it then.
All right, that's it. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. I'm going to take the money that I sold those wheels. I sold some Innovate wheels for a TRX. My favorite wheels, but just didn't work on my current setup. I'm going to take the cash from that and then go get the boys for Christmas. They have no clue. They don't listen to my podcast, thank God. I'm going to go get them gas-powered ATVs.
Oh, actual ATVs. I don't think it's RC cars or something.
No, electric for gays. Right?
What?
Even the kid cars. Here's the problem. I'm joking aside. The electric ones, whether it's go-kart, ATV, they just break all the time, dude. We've gone through so many of them. They last maybe a week. Some I've had last 2 days. They're expensive too, man. It's not like they're cheap ones. They just always have an issue.
I was saying gas-powered RC cars. I thought you were going to get them those, but you're actually getting
them. I'm getting, yeah.
That's awesome.
I found one small enough for Boss D, big enough for T. We get 2 of them. Let them cruise around the neighborhood. Should be fun.
It's fun, a little dangerous, so Gotta
Yeah,
watch
comes
them.
with a helmet. But they know the best thing that happened, they saw me flip my TRX. Their mom showed them that video, and Bossy's terrified whenever I go fast now. But they know that scared both of them from turning fast, you know?
Turning fast and flooring it.
Yeah. So and when we were last time we went hunting, I brought Team Boss with me. We were all on ATVs. Bosty was on mine because he's too little, but T had his own. T was fine. He was on his own cruising.
Yeah, I remember I was in Lake Havasu, Arizona, but my friend has a few of them. And then we're making a left turn because you could drive them on the actual streets.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go faster, and I freaking almost willied.
Yeah.
So you got to be really careful.
Yeah, be careful of them rolling. Yeah, especially the ATVs. They'll be all right, though. They're boys. They'll figure it out. They're just going around the neighborhood right now. And then eventually I'll put on a trailer, take them out to the country, shoot bow and arrows. Dude, we're going to start living off the land, baby. Living off the land, Texas style, dude. Let's take a little break, man, because 2026 is the year you launch your business, the year you transform into an entrepreneur, founder, boss. One powerful move puts you in your future firmly in your hands. Starting a business with Shopify. Maybe you've got an idea you can't shake, a craft everyone tells you to sell, a story you've already designed in your head. With Shopify, 2026 is when you finally make it happen. Shopify gives you everything you need to sell online and in person. Millions of entrepreneurs have already made this leap, all right, from household names to first-time business owners just getting started. We use Shopify for Drive Fast All Gas, all the TFAT merch. I've been with Shopify for a long, long time. They are the best in the business. Setup is super fast, all right, with Shopify's built-in AI tools that write product descriptions and headlines and help you edit product photos. Marketing is built in too, all right? As you grow, Shopify grows with you, handle more orders, expand to new markets, and do it all from the same dashboard. In 2026, stop waiting, start selling with Shopify. Cha-ching! Sign up for your $1 per month trial. Start selling today at shopify.com/Schaub, S-C-H-A-U-B. Go to shopify.com/Schaub, S-C-H-A-U-B. Shopify. Cha-ching! You got a big one on Netflix coming up. I'm not talking about season 5 of Stranger Things releasing December 25th. Am I counting down the days? Who's counting? There's only 10 days. I can't fucking wait for that. The last 3 episodes, I think episode, whatever it is, 5, 6, 7, episode, the 1 and 2 of that part is an hour and a half long each. And then the finale is like 2 something hours plus. And it's being released in theaters. I can't fucking wait.
Oh, in theaters. Interesting.
I can't. Yeah. Now I think it's gonna be released on Netflix, but if you're that into it, which I am, it's gonna be released in the theaters.
Oh, it's dope. That's a cool option.
Yeah, maybe I'll watch it at home. But yeah, it could be cool for the rest of you out there. But I'm not talking about Stranger Things. I'm not talking about the season 5 finale of the greatest show and biggest show of all time. It's the most watched show of all time, by the way. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua is happening this Friday. I repeat, Anthony Joshua, the heavyweight champion, the gold medal Olympian, is fighting your boy from the Disney Channel, from the YouTube, Jake Paul. That's real. That's more real. If you would have told me that Jake Paul, when he first started fighting, was going to end up fighting Anthony Joshua on Netflix, I would have told you Demogorgons are more realistic. That's the monster Netflix.
Oh, okay.
And Stranger Things. Demogorgons are more realistic. I think that's how you pronounce it, Demogorgons.
Was it demagogues?
Demogorgons.
Demogorgons.
Bring it up. See if that's it. But the point is, if you would have told me those are real, I would believe that more than I would Jake Paul actually fighting Anthony Joshua. Here's my take on this. And I know it's a big one because I always judge it. There's a stupid way to judge things, but Demogorgon, yeah.
Gorgon.
Demogorgon. Sounds like a fucking Dagestanian wrestler or some shit I can't pronounce. They look like flowers with teeth, whatever. This is how I judge fights. So I get my coffee every morning from the same spot every morning. If there's a big fight, people will randomly come up to me and go, dude, whether it's Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, if it's a big UFC fight, the dude, how about this? How about this? John Jones, Conor McGregor. When the dudes and the ladies at Summer Moon Coffee are like, Bud, Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul, what's gonna happen? I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be a big one. This because it's hit the masses. When my mom or dad are texting, like, is Jake Paul really fighting? I'm like, oh shit, it's on your radar? This is gonna be a big boy. Here's my thoughts. It's well documented. I love Jake Paul. He's such an entrepreneur, such a trailblazer. What he's done is absolutely insane. Even him and his brother Logan, the stuff they do is wild, and their work ethic is inspiring. And I know it might not seem like you guys don't see everything, but they are so brilliant and everything's so calculated, and everything that they touch turns into gold, and they're crushing it. But this is where this journey of Jake's is at a crossroad. This is where there's a fork in the road. Meaning, anybody who thinks that any fight previous to this, that the fights are fixed or pre-choreographed, any of that shit, I get the hate on them. You're so off on that. None of that is fake. The best example of that, you think Nate Diaz is down to lose to Jake Paul? You think your beloved Jake Diaz, the Stockton gangster, is going to succumb to money and agree to take a fall against Jake Paul? Or the great Woodley, the multiple-time world champion, welterweight UFC, is going to risk his legacy and take a fall? Or Ben Askren is going to let him knock him out fucking cold? Or Anderson Silva, the great Anderson Silva, is going to take a fall? You know how stupid that is? You know how uneducated opinion that is? Mike Tyson one we can talk about. That one's different. That was a glorified sparring match. That one's different. I'm not talking about that one. That one's different. When it comes to Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul, and I'm not saying Jake is, but let's say even if he was God's gift to boxing, which he's not, but even if he was the most talented boxer to ever lace up a pair of gloves, he's been boxing for 4 years. Even if he was that guy, even if he was Anthony Joshua's size, he is not. But even if you take all that into account, where he's God's gift to boxing, he's the same size as Anthony Joshua, in the 4 years that he's been boxing, there are not enough hours in the day to make up the gap in experience and talent between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. So I leave you with this question. Jake's not God's gift to boxing. He's not the same size. In what world does Jake Paul, in any facet, even touch Anthony Joshua? And if this is a real fight, which I think it is, it will be the most watched Jake Paul fight because he will get knocked out. And the reason why I think finally that, not finally, shouldn't say finally, but the reason why finally that this kind of almost false sense of achievement will stop for Jake Paul is because for Anthony Joshua, you're talking about a real, has a history, has the pedigree, is a world-class boxer, heavyweight, gold medalist, multi-time world champion, heavyweight boxer. For Anthony Joshua, he can't risk having Jake Paul have any success. It would look atrocious for the boxing community. It would taint Anthony Joshua's legacy. Because Anthony Joshua could, before this fight, they're going to fight after this, and we'll get to that. But before this fight, let's say he finally fought Tyson Fury, and he knocked Tyson Fury out in 3 seconds. Huge overhand right, knocks him out. The whole world's talking about it. And then that was before this. And then on December 19th, this Friday, he wins a decision to Jake Paul, or he were to lose by split decision. That would do more damage to his career than anything he's ever achieved or not achieved. This would royally screw over Anthony Joshua's entire legacy if this fight's even close. That's why I do not think Anthony Joshua is going to mess around in any facet. It's not going to happen. Tyson Fury, he'll play your games. Yeah, I'll let the fight go on a little longer, give you guys a show. Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul, yeah, we'll move around. I'll let it go a little longer. Anthony Joshua's not older. He's not long in the tooth, right? He took this fight on short notice, right? Gervonta Davis was the original opponent. So one thing you got to take into account, too, why I think this is going to be an absolute ass whooping for Jake Paul is because Anthony Joshua was not the first choice for multiple reasons. Gervonta Davis was. That one's a little, you're like, oh, he's really small. Jake Paul's a lot bigger. He probably could eat some of those shots. If he does land one, that's going to be trouble because Gervonta, I've worked with him. He's so fucking small. So that one's a little different. And that was the original plan on Netflix. So Gervonta Davis does what Gervonta Davis does and royally fucks things up and it's self-sabotage and he's hitting women and doing his thing, right? So he gets yanked off the Netflix card. So now they're racing to find a replacement. They offered to Francis. He said no. They've offered to Ryan Garcia. He says no. And then probably the third big fish, the worst possible matchup in the entire world. Anthony Joshua goes, fuck it. I'll do it. And then Jake gets a call and they go, hey, we got one. Oh yeah? Yeah, it's a big fish. Oh really? Yeah, a big goldfish. Actually, he has some Olympic gold medals around his neck. He's from across the pond. And I bet Jake went, fuck. But remember, there's a lot of pressure on Jake to continue to make this fight happen, especially around this time frame. So they forced his hand. So this is where kind of things come to an end because the world's aligned where Anthony Joshua's not going to play around. He has too much to risk to let you kind of go in there and have fun and last 8 to 10. None of that stuff's going to happen. He can't. He just can't. And the only kind of database we have to go with is when Anthony Joshua fought Francis Ngannou. Again, when Francis fought Tyson Fury didn't really take him serious, looked a little out of shape, dragged the fight on a little bit, and then he gets clipped and then kind of took over, right? But he was kind of like, this guy's not even a real boxer, man. Come on, I'm not even going to train that hard. I can beat this guy in my sleep. And then, Francis, it was an opportunity of a lifetime, trained his ass off, studied film, showed up in the best shape he's ever been in, and he still didn't get it done, even though some of us think he did. I did, but it's all good. And Tyson's like, I don't give a fuck. And we know Tyson. We love him, right? And then Francis goes, shit, I thought I won that one. Give me Anthony Joshua. Again, Anthony Joshua goes, I'll be your Huckleberry. Yeah, no problem. I'll do that. Yeah, give me the money. Yeah, let's do it. And if you watch the difference between Francis versus Joshua and Francis versus Tyson Fury, you're like, oh shit. And I told you guys before that fight, this is exactly how it should go. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think Jake poses more of a threat than Francis Ngannou when it comes to striking? The answer is no. One's a giant African heavyweight. The other is a kid who's talented and puts a lot of effort in and has a great team and a lot of aspirations. But at the end of the day, one of them is an actual true heavyweight and is tried and tested in combat sports. And the other's figuring his way out, but really hasn't been tested. And his first actual test is against one of the greatest heavyweights to ever do it. And he has a size advantage. The speed advantage, I bet you'd be surprised. It won't be that big of a difference. And he hits like a fucking Mack truck. And he's not going to play your game. He doesn't care that you have this big following or that you fucking starched this kid or that guy or this, or you have this many YouTube followers, or your brother's this or this, that. or it's on Netflix. He doesn't give a shit. And now you're dealing with an actual fighter whose reputation is on the line. And to make matters worse, not only is it on the line, but he's already lined up. He has his sights on Tyson Fury, which we've all been waiting for right after this. It's the perfect storm for Jake Paul, where it stops here. It stops here, Bubba. Again, I can't even begin to praise Jake Paul enough for even having the fucking cojones to get in there with Anthony Joshua. Really his first real, actual fighter. What about Mike Tyson? Mike Tyson's 70, had gut issues. They're friends. It was a glorified sparring match. I'm talking about creme de la creme. Maybe not in his prime, but just a sear over it. World-class fighter. This is where it ends, Bubba. This is it. This is it. Now, I'm not saying that this is Jake Paul's last fight ever. No. This will be his most watched fight. He will lose this fight. And then he'll probably fight Francis next, maybe. Or he's like, fuck these heavyweights. Or he'll fight a few more times. But really, this is where the rubber meets the road. And Jake's going to go on and do great things. He's fine. He's fine. But this is where it stops. This is just where it stops. And that's all good. And the amount of money and views and this whole journey he's been on has been amazing. And no one will ever do it again. He's inspired a lot of young kids. And he's made boxing with the younger generation relevant again. And I can't say enough nice things about Jake. But this is where it stops. I say all that. And if this fight is not a complete domination by Anthony Joshua, something's up. Not say it's fixed. I don't want any lawsuits, but something's up. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. The film they break down, the training partners he brings in, if he's feeling good that night, if Anthony Joshua's having an off night, it does not matter. Listen to me very closely here. If this is a complete 100% authentic fight, there is nothing in this world that Jake Paul can do. I mean, nothing to beat Anthony Joshua. That's how this should go. If it goes any other way, I don't know what to tell you. You know how I have young kids. Any listeners out there, go put yourself in your shoes when you were a young kid. You know when you're young and you're like, oh, I want to be president or I want to be an astronaut, but you're colorblind. Or you want to be president and you realize how it works and it doesn't work that way. You know when they say you can be anything you want to be? That's not true sometimes. Sometimes it's just not true. It's good to aspire to that stuff and try to reach those levels, and who knows where you're going to end up, and you're still going to do great. But maybe you're colorblind, so you can't be an S. You can't be, or maybe too big, or there's something else. You have a certain blood issue, something. You can't control it, and it's not in the cards for you. And if you're a young kid and you said, you know what I want to do? I want to be a Disney star. And then I want to be a YouTube star. And then I want to be in my 20s and start boxing. And then I want to beat all these former UFC guys. And then I'm going to beat the heavyweight world champion of the world. One of the best to ever do it, gold medalist. That's my dream. And that's not real. It's not possible. There's not enough. It's physically impossible. It's impossible. Jake Paul has a better chances. This is facts. This is going to hurt some feelings. Jake Paul has a better shot at becoming the president of the United States than he does beating Anthony Joshua. Jake Paul has a better chance of coming up with the cure for cancer than he does beating Anthony Joshua. These are facts. If this is a real fight, he should be the biggest underdog in the history of sports. Nah, but what if you catch him with the right hand? Get the fuck out of my face, man. Anthony Joshua's been boxing since he was 4 at the highest level. You think a loopy right hand from a guy who's been fighting for 4 years is going to catch him?
What if Joshua's tripping and something?
Oh, wait, what if Joshua has an off night?
No.
Hold on, let me just, and this is why people are going to watch the fight. Anthony Joshua could have staph, polio, the worst upset stomach in the world, a migraine. He get poked in the eye, Aspinall style. He could have one eye. He could have all those 5 ailments, and with one eye, and he should still absolutely mop the floor with Jake Paul. If this is an actual, real competitive boxing match, this shouldn't be a thing. Should not be a thing. Now, if you want to say, well, how would he do against Francis? That's different. That he still is going to have a fucking tough time. But you're talking about a gap in experience at a world championship level that just is literally impossible to make up. Impossible. If Jake Paul were to win, to knock Anthony Joshua out, if this is real, if he were to knock him out, it would be, hands down, the biggest upset in sports history ever. Ever. With all that being said, do you think a guy of Anthony Joshua's caliber is going to risk any of that? His entire legacy is on the line. He knows this. When he agreed to this fight, he's like, yep, I'm down. And Anthony Joshua is where these guys go that look for these, as the internet says, circus fights, and this is where they come to die. And it's Anthony Joshua. It's Anthony Joshua. He watched Francis versus Tyson. He's like, Jesus Christ, give him to me. Watch this. He watched Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. He goes, oh, fuck, I'll do it. Give him to me. And then we'll get back to our scheduled programming. And I'll fight Tyson Fury. Anything else? I don't know what to tell you guys. Anything else? I don't know what to tell you. There's no way Anthony Joshua, there's no way he lets this drag on like these other guys. You're talking about a real pros pro. There's no way. Say Mike Tyson. No. But Jake can box, man. Look what he did against Anderson Silva. I hear you. I hear you. And what he's done so impressive, and I love him. And God, the kahunas this kid has, he's going to go, again, he could run for fucking president, might win. Did you see him fight Tommy Fury? So you only fought one real boxer in Tommy Fury. See what happened? Now, let me ask you this. How do you think Tommy Fury would do against Anthony Joshua in a real boxing fight? You're laughing like, that wouldn't be fucking close. That's insane, dude. I know, but you think Jake has a chance. I'll watch it. And I'm watching just to make sure that all is right in the world.
No funny business.
I'm watching to make sure there's no funny business. And your boy will let you know if there's some funny business. But you guys are smart. These fans are smart. You'll know if this thing goes past 3, if there's funny business. You will know. Funny business meaning Anthony Joshua's letting this drag out. Anthony Joshua's gonna, let's give him a show. No, hold up. No. The entire reputation of boxing is on Anthony Joshua's shoulders come this Friday night. There's no way that Brit lets this go past 3. If he does, I got questions. That's not how this works. I know. We all love Jake. Jake's your favorite, but he did. I know. I hear you. That's not real. That is not real. This is how it should go. It's the only way it should go. The only way it should go. Anything but that, I got questions. Let's take a little break because I've been talking a lot about it. It's the fight nobody saw coming. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, live on Netflix, December 19th. 2 worlds collide in the ring, and DraftKings Sportsbook has the action covered. They got your back, man. Bet on every round, every punch, every knockout moment with live betting and fast payouts. You're always ringside for the action. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today. New customers bet $5, and if your bet wins, you'll instantly get paid $200 in bonus bets with the code Schaub Show. That's code Schaub Show in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
All right, Chin, that's enough of my ranty rant on Jake Paul. I want to make it very clear. Love Jake. Love what he's doing. Love everything he's about. But can tell you how it is on here. Like, got to do it. Gots to do it.
Got to make sure everything's in place.
Got to make sure
There's
the
no funny
world
business,
is turning as it should. If he were to win, the earth is flat, and that's a confirmation. What do you got, bud?
This just came out recently today. This is Illia Topuria talking about him kind of leaving MMA indefinitely for now because of the personal stuff that he's going through, and he goes into a whole detail of
We
what
thought it was
is.
just his divorce, right?
Yeah,
Let's
but
see
it's
what
getting
this is.
dirty.
So this is just now. Madrid, December 15th, 2025. This is from Ilya himself. He says, over the past several weeks, I've made the difficult decision. Well, it's way too long. Over the past several weeks, I've made the difficult decision to temporarily step away from defending my title. We knew that. This was not a decision I took lightly. However, when circumstances arise that threaten your personal integrity, your family, and your reputation, there comes a point where you must address them directly. In recent months, I've been a subject to severe and unacceptable pressure, including threats to disseminate false allegations of domestic abuse unless financial demands were met. Oof. These allegations are entirely unfounded. The truth is not a matter of opinion. It's a matter of evidence, y'all. So he says he has evidence that's documented, including audio recordings, written communications, written statements, video material. Yikes. Multiple threats. My initial decision to remain silent was made solely to protect my children, who are the most important part of my life. However, I've come to understand that silence under these circumstances does not protect the truth. It allows false narratives to take hold. Facts. Many individuals have faced similar situations. Time and time, the legal system has ultimately clarified the facts. Today, I'm stepping forward not only for my family, myself, also demonstrate no one should be forced to yield to intimidation, manipulation, or fear. Those who know me can attest that I've never engaged in violence of any kind. That means some shit's about to come out.
Yeah, she's probably pulling some stuff right now.
That means she was like, fine, you don't want to do it? And her lawyers were like, hey, dude, this is what we're doing. Out of respect for my children, ongoing legal proceedings, I will not be making any further public statements. Smart. I respectfully ask that speculation be avoided and that my family's privacy be honored during this sensitive time. Truth does not require volume. It requires facts, y'all. Yeesh. Well,
That's a bummer, man.
looks like it's about to get ugly. Dude, you married the wrong girl. You have kids with the wrong girl. Ooh-wee.
Oh, I know.
Ooh-wee.
I know.
Ooh-wee. Nothing worse.
Oh, it's the
Nothing
absolute
worse.
worst.
Nothing worse.
Remember that Israel Adesanya too for a while had the issue with his chick.
Bitches be crazy.
Chickens be clucking, right? Whatever you say.
Chickens be a clucking chinster. Oh my God. And this is why you don't have any chickens to cluck, dude.
Yes, freedom for now.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the right.
Yeah, I know.
Chickens be. God damn it. And they be clucking, taking out some big turkeys. Shout out to Ilya. Hopefully it works out, buddy. We're rooting for you. Jake be
They be clucking, man. All right, well, this one's let's go start with this one first since we're talking about Joshua and Jake Paul. This is Ryan Garcia saying that he heard some rumors about Jake Paul and sparring.
Clean it up after you done. Hey, bro, he's getting knocked out, bro. Come on.
You really think so?
Yeah, you got to keep it 100, bro. Anthony Joshua, I heard word that he's getting beat up in sparring by these heavyweights. And these are not even Anthony Joshua, bro. But don't, shit, I'm probably leaking some shit. But
how heavy is Anthony Joshua versus him?
Bro, he got like 50 pounds on him. Bro, he was so desperate when that fight fell off that he's like, damn, I got to make Netflix happy. He hit me up. I said, no. Boom, Anthony Joshua. Fuck, I'm doing it. Trying to please people. And that's why he made a mistake for sure, 100%.
Facts. The first time I've seen it. I'm telling you, like Ryan Garcia, we're like, all right, that'd be tough. Ryan lands that left hook. You're in some trouble, but he's a lot bigger. Javante, a lot bigger. You can negate some of the experience and talent. You're like, all right, might be a speed advantage. The rubber meets the road when your only option to save face and make sure you secure the bag and all the things you promised Netflix, when the big fish on the line happens to have a gold medal around his neck named Anthony Joshua. Stops here.
But like I said,
anyone that knows the game is like, oh, dude, this, he got backed in a corner. He can't get out of this one. Mm-hmm. And like I said, all evidence points where Joshua does not play the games. He does not play your circus. No. What? How much? On net? Yeah, I'll do it right now. Oh, no, it's December. Give me an hour notice. I'll fucking annihilate this guy. He doesn't play games. He's not going to succumb to the demand. What if there are any? He's nope, sir. Anyone that knows anything about fisticuffs is like, what?
Yeah, it was shocking when we all heard it.
Yeah.
All right, this one's more lighthearted, sort of, but this is some weird interaction that Jamal Hill had with Joanna and Jacek at UFC 323. And I'll play Jamal's explanation. It's kind of hard to keep up with what he's saying, but let's see if you can understand what he's saying.
It's been said that, oh, my girl said something to Joanna, or my girl did something to Joanna, or Joanna's not just going to go off on and do all these things for no reason. How about this? My girl wasn't even there. We go upstairs to the VIP lounge, right? Uh-huh. That area is where this incident took place.
Oh, for real?
So I walk into the area where there were a few people there, and then Joanna was there.
Okay.
I greet everybody. I go up to Joanna. I say, hey, what's up, champ? How you doing? She's like, oh, hey, yeah, what's up? Where's your girl? Oh, your girl's not here? Where's your girl? I'm like, no. I was like, nah, she's not. I was like, nah, she's not here. She's like, oh, yeah, nah, you big Mr. Player, man, Mr. Big Time. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, what happened? So I asked her about this. I said, was something said, or did you hear something? Like, talk to me. Like, what's going on? What are you upset about? It's been said that, oh, my girl said something to Joanna, or my girl did something. This lady just completely flipped her shit. Like, she's going off. She's like, nah, motherfucker. You like, yeah, motherfucker. You like talking shit. Like, you like talking shit. I'm from Poland. Like, I fuck you up. I fuck you up. I'm not fucking scared. I'm like, whoa. Now she's threatening me. Then she says, well, I should have smashed your girl's head in. Go over and fucking smash your head in too. I don't give a fuck, man. I don't give a fuck. Now I'm like, she's threatening me. Now she's threatening my girl.
Jamal's in a no-win situation.
I was in New York, and I was in New York. You know, I was feeling myself. I was drunk, and I shot my shot. I was shooting my shot. I was shooting my shot. I tried to smash. Right. Her manager, the entire time we're at this event, is like subliminally trying to drop messages to my girl, like trying to dry snitch. Right. My girl already knew this. Right.
It starts getting more and more confusing, but basically...
Some silly shit.
Basically, yeah, they saw each other at a place, and then...
Joanna tried fighting him.
She said something, and he said, I'll knock your ass out, to Joanna, I'll knock your ass out, too, or something like that. And then you look at the history between both of them. There's like
Oh, he shows the
receipts. Yeah.
He was like, come on, come to the bar where I'm at. You know, was slightly disrespectful. Kind of shows you the undertone of how she, you know what I mean, her respect whenever it comes to even speaking with men. You get what I mean? But you know what? Never that. What's your number? And she didn't send me her number. She just shared her location with me, right? She shares her location with me. I go to the bar. We chill. We have some drinks. I seen the type of attitude she has. You know, it wasn't really clicking or going nowhere. So it was like, it was what it was. I'm like, cool. I took my ball and I went home. You know what I mean? I'm going to take my ball and I'm going to go home. I'm not making shots today. The shot's not going in today. All right?
The shot's not going in.
Hey, shake him.
But there's more back and forth. So this is an incident that happened a few years ago, and I guess it's the first time they saw each other afterwards. And this is when Jamal's now with a girl. I believe he's with a girl now. I don't think he was with her back then.
Yeah, he says he wasn't with his girl back then.
Yeah. So, and this is the incident.
Two of those people in that VIP got their money's worth. You want the UFC experience, you're dealing with knuckleheads.
And this is Jamal's girl.
Been moving all day. Yes, I've seen the news. I usually ignore it, but this instance I will address it. It's been so astonishing watching so many outlets speculate on what happened. Welcome to social media. I'm in the same boat as most of you because I wasn't even at UFC 323. I was at home drinking wine and watching the fights. So for those who are asking what happened between Joanna and I, nothing. I wasn't even there, so I'm just confused as everyone else.
It's a very bizarre thing, but this is her. He did well for himself. She's a pretty girl.
Yeah, she's super pretty. Yeah, it's Jamal Hill, dude. I expect nothing less. Jamal Hill's in a no-win situation. Cannot win. Joanna's beloved. You're not gonna win this one. It sounds like it's more of a Joanna thing than him, right?
Yeah, if she like, really went at him like that.
What?
And this is her statement on the whole thing.
Hey guys, I worked so hard to earn my reputation, and I'm embarrassed to be in this situation. But when somebody uses my name falsely without any basis in truth, I will always stand up for myself. And for that, I do not deserve to be threatened.
Well, no.
I am mindful
hold on, pause
that
it. I don't care who you are. You just told a dude you're going to smash his head in and his girl. Like, you take some accountability. And if he goes, what? I'll knock you the fuck. What? Yeah, man. He didn't do anything. But it's say what you want about, again, say whatever you want about Jamal. But I hope people know he would annihilate her, right?
Of course,
people
he knows it too. She knows it too.
All right, cool. Just gotta, you never know, today's society.
But I mean, she goes on to explain.
She needs to take accountability.
Sure.
Maybe she was a little drunk. Maybe, that's not the way she should handle it. Saying you're gonna beat his ass and his girl's ass, and he's like, what?
And this is just a question for you, like. I think Joanna's a perfectly good looking woman and stuff, but when you think about like going to smash a girl, I don't know why. If I was thinking UFC fighters, I wouldn't think Joanna.
She has that it factor. She was talking about one of the greatest female fighters.
I mean, you're not thinking about that when you want to smash.
Yeah,
though.
you are. Oh yeah,
you are.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
not me.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of celebrities where, I mean, if they didn't have that celebrity, they're fucking force, but men and women. But because they're famous or they've done stuff, it ups their ratings,
When I hear just smash,
Joanna's not ugly at it.
No, she's attractive. Yeah. I'm saying, but when I think smash, you're like maybe like Paige Van Zandt or something like that,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm going too far into this, but
no, Joanna's an attractive girl, and I think Jamal's shoot. He's single at the time.
So funny.
It's also fighters. She's a fighter. He's a fighter. Like, high testosterone on both sides. Like, yeah. Shoot.
And it did look like she was really interested when you look at the receipts.
Yeah, send location. Yeah. So I'm sure he's like, she's at a bar. She said, come by. Yeah. If they're both single.
All right. That was just more
she
fun than anything else.
Accountability there, though.
Yeah.
But Jamal Hill's in a no-win situation. This poor guy. You're just like, all right. Okay. And fans love her, hate him. So he's like, all right, whatever. You know?
He does get a lot of hate. Yeah.
Yeah, a ton.
Okay, this is Dana White talking about the costs of the average fan for when they move over to Paramount and how much money they're going to save. So this is him comparing it to the ESPN.
This is a huge, and the amount of marketing that these guys are going to do on the UFC platform, it's impossible for sport not to get even bigger. It was $1,200, $1,300 to be a fan this year. It's going to be $120 next year or something like that for the entire year. We have huge fights coming up. The White House fight alone will be madness. Now, Paramount already announced plans to increase prices. Streaming service 2026. Currently, it's $12.99 without ads or $7.99 a month with ads, but that's still a far cry from a minimum of $12 a month plus ESPN plus $80.
$80. That's so crazy. Yeah.
I agree with Dana. It's going to grow it. I don't know if it grows it like crazy. I think the number one issue is stars. They need an American star to grow in America, and they don't have it. That's their number one problem and Dana say, no, it's not that. These guys are idiots. They always say this. I hear you. I do think it's going to grow on Paramount, but I don't think it's going to grow a ton. I think the way it's going to grow is being on Paramount, making it more accessible to the fans or just the casuals. But you need to have a reason for them to tune in. Mm-hmm. Just being on there, even though it's cheaper, if there's no fighter that they give a fuck about, it's not going to help. So they got to figure that out, you know? Great for us.
Yeah, that's why for the fans, it's awesome. And this is another thing that's interesting as well.
Estimated $200K, cancel ESPN subscription. Yeah, I'll cancel mine.
I got to do it soon, too.
Only reason I have it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I watch nothing else on ESPN that I would have that app for. Like all the college football games I find, they don't have NFL. I don't know why the hell I'd have it. Let's take a little break here because this episode of the Schaub Show is brought to you by Regiet. Let's be real. Confidence in the bedroom changes everything. When you know you can perform, the confidence carries into every part of your life. That's where Regiet Go Long comes in. This isn't just another pill. It's a confidence game changer designed to help you get harder and last longer when it counts. All right, Go Long combines 2 doctor-trusted medications in one dual-action pill that works faster, lasts up to 36 hours. No more anxiety, no more second-guessing yourself. We got you, man. Getting started is simple. Connect with a board-certified doctor 100% online at Rugiet.com. If prescribed, your treatment ships discreetly to your door there. Nobody has to know. So if you're ready to level up your confidence in the bedroom, connect with a provider at Rugiet.com. Use the promo code SCHAB, S-C-H-A-B. You get 15% off and see if your prescription is right for you. That's Rugiet.com, code SCHAB to get 15% off today. Rugiet.com. Use the code SCHAB for 15% off. Let them know I sent you. Rugiet.
Okay. This is another one on Ilya. Remember him and Patty had like pretty big beef?
Yeah.
He's pretty much squashed it now.
Yeah, it was all fake anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much saying like, yeah, he made a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. And the main thing was he was talking about Georgia. Like, I don't want to mess up the wording here. He said something like, lad, how stupid are these Georgians, man? No wonder the Russians terrorize their lives, which is pretty crazy to say, but yeah.
Yeah, but Pat was young. You know, he's wild.
Yeah.
I also think Ilya's dealing with something that's bigger than this circus of fighting. So he's like, whatever, man. Yeah. It's all good, dude. I get it.
I like that more, too. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't need shit
beef
talking.
getting too crazy. All right, so the Zuffa Boxing finally will have its first event on January 23rd on Paramount Plus, but they didn't mention who's going to be or whatever.
Yeah, I wonder who they're going to sign that people are going to care about. Boxing's tough.
Yeah,
you get people to actually care,
unless it's the ones that we already know, which they're not going to be able to sign, right? I don't know. I don't know how it works.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
And I found this fascinating as well. This is the purses for Joshua Van and Pantoja and the rest of the 323 card.
Joshua Van getting paid. All these boys
$1.2 million
fucking paid. Marab made 2.3. Peter Yan made 1.4. Joshua made 1.2. Well, the only reason Joshua, a little bit, people are like, oh my God, he made more than the champ because he's younger. So he's on that new wave contract. So Pantoja probably signed his contract, a year ago, 2 years ago, before the pay increase. Mm-hmm. And Joshua Van's on the come up, probably just renegotiated, so his is going to be bigger. Pantoja would be bigger when he does it.
Yeah, but I was pretty surprised by these numbers because before,
That's great.
like 500, we'd be like, whoa, 500K, 600K.
Joshua Van 1.2. You balling, son.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Okay. This one I'm sure you're going to love. Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson in Africa next year. And it's going to be exhibition too.
Get your money, boys. Get your fucking money.
Alrighty. Oh, we saw this, I think it was last week.
Yeah, we saw it last week.
Yeah, and then so Sam Alvey was getting just destroyed and the referee didn't stop it. So the referee had so much hate. Sam Alvey came out and said this.
Because this video is going to be a little hard to post because, well, it's me getting beat up. But the referee is taking way too much trash talk from everyone. Before the fight night ever started, the referee came up and introduced himself to us. And I told him, I said, listen, this is a title fight. I'm aware I can take a butt kick, and please let my butt kicked if it's going to happen. Don't stop it early. And he didn't. He let me get finished. He let me go out on my shield, and I am proud of him. It is how I think all referees should ref. And if you look, I blocked his kick, which means I read the kick was coming, I got my hands up, and I blocked it. It just also means...
Well, you did it with one hand.
Oh, boy, was a big dude. He kicked me round one in the leg, and I kicked my leg out from under me. I wasn't expecting that much pressure to hit. And it hit, and it was just shunning of how much power he had.
Let me ask you this. You've known Sam Alvey for some time, right? Does he always talk like that, or is it a little bit different?
Like
Was he more lucid, more clear?
Like that,
okay.
You know? But he is concussed, you know, like facts.
Well, definitely he's just all jacked up in his face right now.
So you can't judge him based off that. Let's see in another 2 weeks.
Just a question.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, this one too. I kind of felt we all knew this, but yeah, the White House are not going to have any tickets for sale. It's just whoever's there is going to be whatever invited.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the elite of the elite. Yeah, boy's not going to take it.
All right.
We're going to have 18 title fights. Okay, well,
that means like literally all the freaking champs. That's impossible.
It's not impossible. You could do it.
All the champs?
You could do it. Eight men's divisions and the females. You could do it.
I guess it is possible, but fuck.
It'd be wild. And BMF titles on there. You could do it. We're going to have all the champs.
It's going to be amazing.
Okay, that's insane.
Marab said the UFC said take some time, rest, and he will get that rematch against Jan.
Yeah, I just don't know what Marab's team does to beat him
this time around.
The talent discrepancy was pretty massive, and Peter or Jan figured him out. I don't know what you do. And whoever wins the second fight, so if there's trilogy, whoever wins the second fight, odds are they win the third fight. Because clearly they learned from the first, made some changes, and then they win the third. So I just don't see Marab winning that fight. But it's Marab, so you never know. But
yeah,
Jan's doing something right. That's a tough fight for Marab.
And Marab didn't have that much of a break between like fights. He was fighting a lot. It's just like Volkanovski and who the hell, damn it.
Yeah, and Alex. There's that, but it wasn't like cardio was an issue. It was a skill thing.
Islam.
It was a game plan thing and skill thing, you know? So it's not like, oh man, he looked lethargic or he just wasn't shooting enough. No, you just got stuffed, dude. So that's a tough one for him to win.
Alrighty. And this is just some funny stuff that Caleb Presley interviewed Dana White. And they're talking
Caleb.
about, yeah, he's whatever his shtick is super funny. And he's talking about Dana White shutting down Stream East.
What's that?
Remember that the very popular streaming site? I could have sworn there's something like you were related to it as well, like talking about some streams, a certain website.
Oh,
and
where
then it got shut down. Right?
Shut down. Yeah, I had nothing to do with it, but they blame me. Yeah, it was funny.
So this is Dana White, and he's talking about Conor too, which is funny.
Go ahead. Sleep at night. Go ahead. I can't fucking wait to hear this.
Lee Balls has been having a hard time streaming recently on Stream East. Do you want to apologize to him? You shut down Stream East?
I cut down a lot of streaming.
Really? That was you?
Yeah. That's one of my favorite things to do. Yeah.
I fucking love Stream East.
Yeah, we took it serious and went after people.
Wow. Narc.
You fucking with me?
We can move on. How do you sleep at
That's
night?
so funny.
There's another one we was talking about.
Yeah, a lot of people
Connor.
remember they gave me heat, like, oh, Schaub got it shut down,
Yeah.
stream dark or whatever. I'm like, I wish I had that power.
I mean, there's some power you have there, but oh, this one is the more serious one where Dana's
Where
talking
Dana's
about.
talking about Francis. Yeah, really backtracked.
Well, kind of, but not,
Pretty backtracked.
Ngannou did an interview with Uncrowned today, and he said his PFL deal is coming to an end, and he would be interested in coming back to fight on the White House card against John Jones. You've made it clear how toxic that relationship got. You brought up the story about the physicality and everything like that. Is there a world where you guys work together again?
When somebody shows you who they really are, believe them. And there was nobody more into Francis than me. When I met this guy, I was like, holy shit, you are what a heavyweight fucking champion looks like, all this shit. And I was all in on Francis. I had Francis sitting behind me in the fucking Zuffa section in my seats. And then we were in Boston and he showed me who he was.
So safe to say, no interest in bringing him back. Just,
I don't know how I can make it any more fucking clear.
I do wonder how PFL feel going out and saying that his contract's nearly done.
There was nothing that made me happier than throwing that guy over to the fucking PFL. I don't want to be in business with guys.
Here's what's interesting to me is, again, I'm just stating facts. Just tell me what you think. Can anybody name a fighter that's gone on to make fuck you money? Francis, Connor, insert Floyd, all these boys that make all this crazy money and they get better. Like Francis made all this money, goes into his boxing, just doesn't fight. So PFL pays all this money, like truckloads of money. Mm-hmm. Complete disaster. Francis made his money boxing. They let him box, let him do his thing. Yeah, he's fighting for fighters. And then boom, never see him fight. Connor, yeah, fight Floyd. Boom. One win in fucking 9 years. So you can see how if you run a fight organization, you're a little bit like, yeesh, slow down, soldier. Slow down. You know? It's never worked out in the company's favor, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you're an organization, let's say you're a new one, you're fucking Spartacus Fighting MMA, and Izzy's a free agent, or Tom Aspinall becomes a free agent, are you going to throw the rinks at him? Are you going to throw the bags at him? You're like, history would show this never works out. We never get our return.
All right. This is him correcting the thing that happened.
But as men, everybody who is a man knows there's these situations with we're in there and he's telling me that I deserve the 50,000. I want the 50,000. I said, and I get it. This guy fought whoever the fight was on the card, we had determined that they were going to get the 50,000. And I'm in there with them for however long we're talking, and I'm like, I'm done. And I had another meeting. And this guy just used to wander around UFC headquarters like this was his house. This guy literally spent the whole day here. Breakfast, lunch, fucking dinner, So I started to walk out and he put his hand on my chest. He says, we're not done talking yet. And I said, oh, we're fucking done talking. Mm-hmm. It's not like, Francis Ngannou came in here and was like physically, but that's what went down.
So safe to say.
I think he's retracting his statement because I bet Francis team were like, oh, really? We're going to lie? Mm-hmm. That's what we're doing? And he was like, ooh, this ain't good.
Like lawsuits or just what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't like each other. They need to go their separate ways. And then did you see Francis was on Ariel's show? Mm-hmm. Didn't do himself any justice either. If you watch that, he kind of, you're like, well, Dana said this about you. Like, he doesn't do himself any favors.
He doesn't clarify that much.
Yeah. Like, what's going on here, man?
Yeah. Damn it, I had a clip, but I don't know where it is anymore. Where Caleb Presley's like talking about Connor being on the White House card. He goes, he seems like he's really awake and really just like, and Dana's just laughing. I know what you're talking about. Okay. He's always like, oh yeah, he's like really good, always ready to go. It was super funny.
That's hilarious.
And this is probably the last one. This is just when Manel Cop won, he called out Joshua Van And then Joshua Vance said straight up, in Houston, Texas.
That'd be a good first
Title defense,
for him,
yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I don't know if you care about the... wait, that was it, actually. Never mind. Yeah, that's it.
All right, kids. Well, you got a big one if you care. Friday on Netflix, you have Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul. It's actually going freaking down. UFC-wise, we got some time off. You got to the end of January before the big Paramount first card. So you got some time to chill, man. We'll get through it. Kids. We'll come up with something here to entertain you guys, but we're chilling on the UFC. That's the UFC's choice till the end of January when they launch the Paramount deal. So it is what it is, man, but enjoy this Friday's fights. Enjoy it with your family and friends. I told you how I think it's going to go. Anything less, I got some questions. All right? That's it. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Again, if you want this ad-free, Fire Kid ad-free, I just dropped the whole breakdown of my TRX build. 1380 horsepower twin turbo Helion twin turbo 25 psi TRX breakdowns on Patreon right now. It's patreon.com/TFATK. We got merch on there. We got everything, right? I also have Q&A on there, behind the scenes content. It's only $5 a month. So it's the gift that keeps on giving. Give this to your biggest friend out there. It's patreon.com/TFATK. All right. Love you guys. See you around.